Clowns have to be one of the most terrifying things you can think about. Evil-looking clowns. A lot of people watched Pennywise on It and thought that was one of the scariest clowns. Personally, the clown from Poltergeist, the little guy on the rocking chair that pulled the little boy under the bed, oh my god, that scarred me for life when I was a kid, y'all. I still get creeped out by clowns today. And horror animations about clowns, they're creepy too. We're gonna watch one today from 1C Entertainment. Make sure to head on over to their channel and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you like reaction videos. Make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Let's get into this animation. True story about the mad clown.
My name is Bree. This happened in 2016.
Okay, Bree.
I was 19 years old at the time.
Alright.
I was up late the night before into the early mornings studying, and I hadn't had much sleep.
Right.
So I had just woken up from a nap. I decided to hop in the shower to wake myself.
There you go.
That's when I heard this weird scraping sound coming from somewhere outside.
Scraping.
I stopped the shower and peered out from behind the curtain,
I just pictured
and then
Freddy
made my way
Krueger
over
with
to
his
the window.
nails.
I saw nothing, but I
Right.
could still hear the noise. I thought it may have been my neighbor working in a shed, so I ignored the disturbance and finished up in the shower.
You in your own house or an apartment?
Before I continue, I should inform you that I have severe anxiety problems, and I often get a little paranoid sometimes.
Right.
It also doesn't help that I have PTSD as well.
Wow.
Anyways, I was now back in my room.
It's a struggle, man.
And I took a seat on my bed.
Yeah.
I texted my then boyfriend and asked him what he wanted for dinner.
Okay.
While I was waiting for him to respond, I just relaxed and scrolled through my Facebook.
So they were living together.
I was reading an article about the recent clown sightings that were happening at the time.
Oh, I heard about
when
them.
I was interrupted by the sound of footsteps coming from outside.
Creepy as hell, man.
I stopped and listened carefully. I heard a few more steps, followed by a tapping noise.
One of them clowns.
I was a bit confused by this. It hadn't yet occurred to me that I had an unwelcomed guest outside.
I'd be on high alert, baby.
I was thinking why my boyfriend hadn't knocked on the door or called before he showed up.
Oh, so they don't live together.
We usually had a routine with things like this.
Yeah.
Especially if I was home alone.
Right.
He would either text, call, or FaceTime me to let me know when he was on his way home, or if he was at the door, because there had been a lot of shady activity around our neighborhood at the time.
Right.
I then called out to him, and suddenly, all fell silent.
Uh-oh. They knew you were there.
I texted him and asked if he was at the door. There was no reply.
Oh.
So I decided to peek through the bedroom window. While I was making my way to the other side of the room, my phone started ringing. It was my boyfriend wanting to FaceTime.
Okay.
When I answered, he said he was about 15 minutes away. As I was talking to him, I pulled back the curtains of my bedroom window.
You saw it
that's
outside?
when all the blood in my veins turned to ice.
Oh my
as I came
God,
face to face with a fucking clown.
That is the creepiest thing! Stalking you at your house.
I wasn't hallucinating. An actual clown was looking at me through the window, smiling. After my initial shock, I actually started to laugh, thinking that this had to be some kind of prank my boyfriend was pulling on me.
Really?
So I played along.
I wouldn't have thought that at all.
And
I'd have
whispered
been
into
scared.
the phone. Very funny, asshole. Love the whole scary clown thing.
No, no, no.
I chuckled and rolled my eyes.
Sweetie, I'm not joking.
My boyfriend was confused.
No.
And I explained to him about the clown at the window and said that he and his friend did a good job scaring the piss out of me.
No, that's not me.
He seemed confused, saying that all of his friends were hanging out at the pub and that he was not a part of any plan to prank me.
Right.
Upon hearing this, I felt my stomach in my throat as I looked back at the clown.
That's a
who
real
was still
stranger.
just outside my window.
Sweetheart, quit
He
playing.
reached into his costume,
Pulled
and
out a knife.
a very
Oh my
real-looking
God,
butcher's
no.
knife. By this point, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Call the
so
cops.
I grabbed my baseball bat. My
Cleveland
boyfriend
versus
told
bat?
me that
No,
he
no,
was
no.
now only a few minutes away. He shouted at me to stay inside and to lock all the doors and windows. I quickly closed the curtains and went into the lounge. It wasn't long before I heard a loud pounding on the front door. Suddenly, I heard a creepy voice coming from the other side.
God dang.
Let me in, child.
Oh, can you imagine?
I didn't
how
respond to the
freaked out
voice.
you'd be?
I just stood perfectly still, waiting for the next move.
She stood her ground.
Loud pounding rang out again, causing the door to rattle on its hinges, but I kept quiet, even when I heard the doorknob rattling.
You do have the advantage if they come into your house.
Although I was pretty scared at this point.
A little one.
I was also getting a tad irritated and yelled out to the clown.
I'd get pissed too, man.
Fuck off. Go annoy someone else. I then heard muffled laughter, followed by the creepy voice.
Dude.
Please let me in, doll. I just want to play. I want to play with your inside.
Oh my God.
I had enough of this. I was about to go out and confront this creepy asshole myself.
With a freaking
when I heard
cleaver?
my boyfriend's voice, who was still on the phone, say, "Hang up and call the cops."
Right.
After some consideration, I thought that maybe confronting the creepy
Much
clown
smarter.
outside with a butcher's knife was not the correct course of
That's
action.
correct. With a
So
bat.
I did as my boyfriend said. I left the lounge and was soon explaining to the police dispatcher the situation.
Exactly.
I was
Clown
on my way
left.
back to my room when I heard the sound of glass breaking.
Oh no, he didn't leave. He's coming through
I
the
stopped
window.
in my tracks and told him that I think the clown just broke into the house.
Well, you might have your wish,
He immediately
girl.
told me to get somewhere safe.
Get the bat ready.
And that's when I heard my ex yelling out, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yay!
Get the hell out of here. The police are on the way."
Boyfriend made it. He
The
got a
clown
knife
just
though.
bellowed out a psychotic laugh and took off. As I made my way back into the bedroom, something caught my eye. I peered out the window. Through a gap in the curtains,
Oh my
I
God.
saw another clown. He appeared
a
to be
saw?
holding some kind of saw blade in his hand. I went to move, but I was like a deer caught in the headlights. I couldn't move or scream. Fear then overcame me.
What was the difference?
As I realized my boyfriend was now out there with two creepy
Oh,
clowns.
that's why
I
she's
screamed
freaked
into
out.
the
Okay.
phone. "There's another clown outside my bedroom. Please hurry." After a few moments, I was relieved when I heard my boyfriend at the back door. I quickly let him inside. We then held each other tightly until the police arrived.
Oh my gosh, dude.
After taking our statements, the police discovered a rusted hacksaw and an axe lying on the ground outside of my bedroom window.
Wow.
There were red marks all over them.
Right.
Of
Like
course,
they
the
used
creepy
before?
clowns that had turned my night into a freak show were nowhere to be found.
Naturally.
After that night, I struggled to fall asleep. I often think to myself, what would have happened to me if I had been stupid enough to open that door? Were they just a couple of thrill seekers looking to frighten a girl who was all alone?
I don't know.
Or were they, in fact, out for blood?
Right. You know, that's not something that I'd want to find out for sure. The whole thing about somebody being brave enough or stupid enough to come to your house and threaten you, you don't know what the limitations are, and you can't predict what they could do or what they have. They might just have a gun as backup. You never know. Having a baseball bat and bringing it to a knife fight, not a good idea. Sure, you have reach on them, and you have an advantage if they open the door, you get to swing first, right? Because they're doing something and you're not. But if a bat hits them, it may not hurt them bad enough to stop them. If a knife hits you, it's going to cut you immediately. It's so dangerous to do something like that. Better to run away or use a weapon that has range, like a gun. That's what I would have did at least. Anyway, guys, freaky clowns, bruh. I hope y'all never get victimized by anything like this. 1C Entertainment, you guys, make sure to subscribe to him and a couple other videos that I reacted to that you might like from him. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.